Hey guys, hey YouTube, I just want to give like thanks to the Most High God for just keeping me alive this morning, and I'm just so grateful and thankful to be alive because I have had a lot of like near-death experiences. Well, not really like on the spot, but I was on the brink to like losing my life and just losing out on my soul. And guys, I hope you bear with me, be with me throughout like the course of this video, so that I could just like really fully express like what I've been through for the past. I just really wanted to give I just really wanted to tell you guys about how much like I fell in love with Jesus. And a lot of people are gonna be making fun of me because when I say this, but um, I really don't care. I just do it because of him. And at the end of the day, uh, I really want to see like others, like from others' perspectives of things and how they were like they could have been like psychologically abused as I was or anything like that. But you know, but basically it's not about me. It's about the King. It's about how he delivered me out of like every one of my problematic situations in my life. I give all glory and praise to the Most High God, and I really thank him for all that he's done and helping me develop a calloused mind and a tough mindset so that I can push on and I can journey on. Hey, listen, guys, this is not about giving glory to the demonic or giving glory to like myself or even giving glory to my trials and my tribulations and all the struggles that I've been through in my life. This is not to emphasize on my past life and my struggles and oh man, and just to sit here and just give you a sob story and just vent about certain things. Yes, I'm just gonna be discussing certain things that can happen to almost anybody, or I hope you didn't have the rough life that I had. But I hope you guys learned from something from this, that like God is much bigger, God is much greater, and he's stronger like than anything. Anything, just call upon him. He can move any mountain. He's the wind beneath my my, my shield. He's my comforter, he's my strength. He's my God. I don't just call upon the Lord for for whenever I need something. I call upon him for knowledge. I call upon him for wisdom and for guidance. That's what the Lord is for, and discipline. So basically, as you guys like, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I ever since I was born, right? Ever since I came out of my mother's womb, um, like I've had these like I don't know neurological problems in my mind that like just I think way too fast. Like my mind processes information faster than you know the average human would ever could. And I had a hard time slowing down when I was speaking when I was a little child. And it was really funny because my mother and my grandmother took me to the hospital, and the doctor did a checkup on my brain, like an MRI or a scan, and they told me like my brain, I'm thinking way too faster than the average person. They took me all across the globe, all across the whole entire state, just to doctors and to the hospitals, and like in the city, like all across the city. And it was like nobody could diagnose me. And I was really like, I was so young at the time. I was like about, this happened from the ages of 5 to 10 years old. And I really noticed when it started to become a problem when I thought, to the point I was schizophrenic. And if you guys like, a schizophrenic is basically where you see like hallucinations, you see like you kind of are delusional, and your systematic belief system is like kind of negative because you think people are after you, like you think people are like really just like, you start to hear like audible like voices that you know even if they're good, that would be the positive side of the schizophrenia. But you know I don't believe that. Like I'd never believed that. I've always believed like I could see in the spiritual realm. Like ever since I was a little kid, I saw um things coming through the wall. Like I mean, a lot of people are gonna laugh when I say this, but I saw demons coming like through the wall, or like I don't know what it was when I was younger, but when I was much younger, I felt like this presence of fear. Well, like when I was about 10 years old, I felt like this sickness, like this presence of fear, coming over me, like a random fear. And my heart started palpitating, and my heart started beating really, really fast. And things like started to happen. I don't know if you guys heard about the law of attraction, but um, it's kind of like a real thing. Like you think about something long enough repetitively with a specific emotion going on along with that thought for a long period of time, and the outcome could be negative or positive. It doesn't have to be exactly what you thought about. It could be, you could attract certain things based on who you are, based on what you do. It's the habits that you can't just manifest something out of thin air like that. You have to like put in the work, you know. And or you can attract it by your character or by your bad habits. You can attract certain people by your character, bad habits. But like, you know, it's a lot of people. Like, I start like when I started to feel this immense fear and tightening grip throughout my chest, things started to move. And this is when I like really didn't know anything about spiritual warfare. And this is why I signed up for like, you know, I started to go to like different spiritual warfare classes. I started to get into religion, you know, like most people do, and just like, you know, rebuke, imagine every demon that is in the household and rebuke every demon that is here. Is it like I used to do all of that, but I stopped, you know, because now I actually have a relationship with Christ. It's not about religion, but it's a relationship with Christ. That's what truly matters. What matters is a relationship. What matters is a bond, you know, and what truly matters is a bond with God. And you know, ever since I had that bond, like I don't really know, my heart, like when my heart started palpitating, things started to move around in the house like randomly, and I began to see, like I didn't see visions or hallucinations of some sort on my mind, but it's almost like a joke, like a demonic presence that was just shifting and shaking the bed when my brother was sleeping on the bed. And I was like, yo, bro, he was like, he woke up and he was like, yo, bro, what's going on? Who's shaking and moving the bed? And I was like, yo, I don't know who's shaking and moving the bed. Like, the bed was moving by itself. And I don't know what happened. I was so surprised and intrigued. Like, this was when I was started to learn more about myself. I don't know, the bed started moving by itself. And it's just like, it was just so weird. And like, you know, like that's kind of weird. Next thing, like then I started to believe that, yo, if my brother could see what I'm seeing, yo, I'm not schizophrenic. And then it started to get worse. Like I had to like, and I eventually ended up in ICU, like in the hospital, right? When they thought I was crazy. When I was in middle school, I graduated from elementary school 230, elementary school PS37Q, um, and I went to like, yo, I believe um this middle school, and after middle school, after middle school, like I had so much spiritual experiences that I never like really ever like, and God was through me at all through the time. He told me that I had a gift. He said it was a gift and I was great, but I didn't believe at the time. I didn't know what he was saying. Like I don't know why he chose to invest in me, why I was here on this earth, why I was like really like why I'm here on this earth for, like for what reason am I here on this earth for? Like God really revealed certain things to me. Like I started to see visions in like literally in real timing. Like I started to see like things take place like in real time, and like supernatural things unveiled before my eyes. Let me tell you the story like of one time where I was in front of my in front of my Bible, and I literally spoke something without saying anything in Jesus' name. I literally spoke something. I think I did say like what I literally spoke something when I was reading in front of the Bible, and these are the exact words that I said. Like, yo, I'm looking for something. It begins with a D. I'm not gonna really say it, but because I'm not allowed to say it. The Spirit is telling me not to say it. Like the Spirit warned me not to like really give power in life, because life and death lies in the power of the tongue. I learned that the hard way. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue, and those who know of it shall eat its fruit. So that's what I learned that the hard way. I learned not to mess with that. I learned to I learned to like really watch what I say and watch what I speak. Watch the words that are coming out of my mouth. Make sure that I speak positive thoughts, uplifting thoughts, and not thoughts that will break me down or break others down. Because at the end of the day, yeah, tough discipline is this and that, but you have to like show love and respect. You have to like, guys. So like I was saying, like you really have to build and motivate up your team, in order to like move forward as a team and with unity. You know what I'm saying? So that's the power of the spoken word. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Those who know of it shall eat its fruit thereof. And those who sow what a man sow, he shall reap also. So I learned to like sow positive, like sow seeds such as like speaking life, such as doing the right things, doing good things, because karma is something like it will catch up to you, bro. Like do good things unto others, love others just as the way, learn to respect the golden rule. Love others just as the way that you would love yourself. And do unto others as you would love somebody to do unto you. So like, you know, back to like what I was saying about like these visions and dreams. I thought I actually was hallucinating, and I really thought I was hallucinating, right? And I started to see, excuse me, I started to see, um, like either like demonic influences in my mind, like in my imagination. I know that's not possible, so the doctors labeled me as like schizophrenic. They started to put me on medication, and if you ever heard of the secret covenant of the dark masters of the secret covenant of the Illuminati or something like that, basically it's kind of like a disturbing message that the super satanic 1% governmental elite of the whole entire world had written. And in the very sentence, in the very context of like while they were delivering the message, I'm going to like show you a quick preview, or like I'm gonna leave a link in the description in the below. I always leave my links in the bottom of these videos, about like the secret covenant of the Illuminati and their message that got exposed and is running around all the platforms. I think it was the high priest of Satan or something like that got messages from Satan himself about what they were gonna do to like little children, about how they expose like pornography. They distract the children with fornication. They distract the children with all like the sex, money, and drugs in order for them to like prevent them from connecting with their higher self, in their inner self, and connecting to God, to remove them from a relationship with Christ. It's really sad. And they do this to like keep on distracting you, confuse your mind about religion, and say like, yo, Christ is like, it's all about religion and everything like that. They confuse all the names. His real name is Yahuwah, by the way, Yeshua. But confuse all the names through the English language, tell you all a bunch of these lies through the media. And primarily one predominant thing that they like to use to manipulate people around the world, especially how they tried to like put me in the system and then the hospital and put me in the mental asylum and end my life for good by giving me medication and letting my mom think that something was wrong with me when it really wasn't, was the media. It was fear. They used fear in the media because he who has the knowledge and controls the knowledge has all the power, bro. He who has the knowledge has the power. He who has the wealth has the power. Because they have enough money to fund up the false claims of the media, and the media, right? They spread out all this false information, and the people consume and buy into this garbage and then all this media, and they react off their emotions, and they start to like develop this fear, like, yo, I have to act now in unrational, unreasonable ways. They act out, and and that this is how the 1% elite control the masses of the whole entire world by MK Ultra. Search up, I know of something that you guys heard of before, and that's Project MK Ultra, Mind Control Ultra, where like where the government used experiments on patients during the Cold War to really snap the personalities, to snap their conscious mindset, their present conscious mindset, in their right mind, and then use the LSD drug to see if they could snap the human personality by playing different sounds while they're on the drugs and out of consciousness. A lot of people, even youngins, like in their 20s, like say after the experiments, they lost like their mind, like they started to experience hallucinations. They were locked up in the rooms for days, and then like the mate, like, you know what I'm saying? Like But like that's a topic for another discussion. But that's what they were trying to do to me. I survived that because I had a praying mother and God was on my side. And I'm thankful for like God being always with me. God will like never leave me nor forsake me. And I will never leave him because of that. And that's where the bond comes in with Christ. Really, me just really giving up all the things of this world, like, and denying myself and like picking up my cross and really following him. After my experience in the hospital, nearly being kidnapped or trafficked by some animals who lied on me. I'm not calling them animals. I still love these people, but they made false claims and statements about how I was going crazy and mad in my head, and I don't know what type of illness they wrote me off as. Probably like a schizophrenic, and they were gonna send me to the mental asylum because like, you gotta understand, like when I was a young child, I really didn't know. I was just explaining certain things that I was seeing. I was trying to explain and vent out to certain things that I was seeing, and this is why like I stayed to myself now. I'm not really secretive, but like I just stay to myself now. I really don't like communicate. I really don't. I communicate well, but I do not elaborate my emotions or what I feel internally to anybody the way I should, as effectively as I should, because at the end of the day, I don't think like people care about how I feel. And this is why I understand. I'm becoming to like understand this younger generation. Is like, the black dynamic family is messed up, and I agree with that. Like, I don't feel like anybody cares about how I feel, because when I was like 10, like 10, 9, 8 years old, I really didn't know what I was saying, and everybody was saying, yo, you're never gonna amount to nothing. Like, you're stupid. Like, bro, yeah, I thought I was hallucinating or something, but they was like saying, yo, it's a religion, it's messing up your mind and everything like that. Now you need to stop reading like all the books. Other people suggested that I stopped like listening to all the rap music and everything like that, because like in the spiritual world, that takes a toll on your spirit. This type of music that you listen to, it goes as far beyond frequencies, where frequencies is something called 432 hertz. I don't know if you guys heard about the rapper XXXTentacion. He told the public that he basically opened up about how certain types of tones in music, or like the sounds in music and the beats that go along with it and the hook, that can really trigger your emotional, you know, imbalance, like chemical imbalances in the heart and the mind, which means like, yo, it can really affect your mood swings. It can really have like a mood swinging effect, whether you feel depressed or sad, or whether you can make that music make you feel happy or joyful, depending on the music you listen to. So, you know, it's like I went to therapy about that. I learned like the real reason why I'm so knowledgeable is because I read books. Is because, like, I went to therapy a lot of times, and that really helped. That helped me on the bright side of things. I actually had company. It really didn't help the situation what I was going through. Like, it was a spiritual situation. I needed deliverance when like Satan was trying to like take my soul. Like, I want to say Satan when, well, I was going to war with my worst enemy, and that was myself. It was my fears. I was going against the grain. I was going against society. I was going against the system. I was like saying, I'm gonna turn the system down with my God and my Father on my side, because the Lord, like Psalms 91, I remember my mother had read Psalms 91, right? She was like, yo, BJ, yo, I really want to tell you, like, I cried last night. I cried. The whole entire family was bawling out, crying out to God for my deliverance from the hospital, from these evil men who are trying to like take my soul, from these evil men who are trying to make me crazy, and like just really, you know what that does to a mother? You know what that does to your brother, your big brother? You know what that does to your big cousin who's in your house, like who's